Buyer beware. Some things aren't always what they appear to be. But not with Toyota's new certified used vehicles, where select previously driven vehicles are put through a comprehensive 128-point inspection, then backed with a 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 24-hour roadside assistance. So with Toyota's certified used vehicles, what you see is really what you get. A great car. Toyota certified used vehicles. The best new cars make the best used cars.
Each year, 500,000 Americans die because they don't know the symptoms of a heart attack, ignore them, or wait too long. Don't become a statistic. Learn the symptoms of a heart attack. And if you experience any of them, get to the Jewish Hospital Emergency Heart Center immediately. Ignoring the symptoms is like playing with dynamite.
First-time players and seasoned professionals will all be making beautiful music at Music Go Round. At Music Go Round, we buy used musical instruments from you, and that means we sell instruments. Whether you're just getting started or ready to trade up, Music Go Round is the perfect place to shop. Our knowledgeable, friendly staff will help you choose the right instrument from our huge selection. Our inventory changes daily, so stop in today and get in tune with Music Go Round. At Music Go Round, we buy, sell, and trade used and new musical instruments.
Furniture Liquidators Home Center's having a Super Saturday sell-off sale. For one day only, Saturday, August 3rd, save from 20 to 68% on name brand furniture for your living room, bedroom, dining room, family room, kids room, and more. And pay just $10 down and $10 per month for 12 months, interest-free. That's right, buy one room or furnish an entire home for only $10. It's one day only, Saturday, August 3rd.
Furniture Liquidators Home Center, saving you more.
Kids and Crime Solutions, Monday at 11 here on WHAS 11. And now, WHAS 11's This Week, a look back at the news stories of the past 7 days.
Good morning, I'm Gary Rodemeyer, and welcome to This Week, our look back at the week's top stories. Summer is in full swing this week with county fairs showcasing the wealth of the region we call Kentuckiana. And we took you to Bardstown Road this week, where there was a battle brewing between police and teenagers over the right to just hang out. But our top story of the week, on Thursday, an agreement between the Jefferson County Board of Education and the county school teachers. The agreement halts a threatened strike.
Get on. They didn't need to knock wood for good luck, didn't need luck at all, and the school board didn't need much time at all to make sure your kids have a teacher when school starts. 15 minutes after the board tromped upstairs, they came back down, smiling and voting yes.
All in favor?
And then everyone was smiling.
Strike's not going to happen now because we've agreed and they've agreed.
We're going to make our best offer. The association is going to make their best offer, and we're going to let the independent third party make the decision as to which one needs to be accepted.
How's it going? It was the deal that the news channel reported to you exclusively last night. No salary figure to shake on, but both sides agreeing to let a third party make the final call. In the worst case, that person should start the process August the 12th and finish it all by September the 8th. It could all end, though, much sooner.
Well, I think what it means to Mom and Dad, the community, the businesses is that both the leadership of JCTA and the school board acted in an adult manner.
And after all, that's what many expect of the folks who are educating our kids.
A weekend shootout in New Albany left a police officer fighting for his life this week. Officer Russell Witt was shot 4 times while responding to a domestic dispute that left a woman shot to death in her workplace.
John Engel shuffled slowly into a courtroom in New Albany this morning. He pleaded not guilty to the charges against him, but police say Engel confessed Saturday, not long after his arrest. Russell Witt, the New Albany police officer shot trying to arrest Engel, remains in critical but stable condition. Debbie Engel didn't have a chance Saturday. Eyewitnesses to her murder say John Engel shot his wife several times with a .45 caliber handgun. She left her husband only days earlier.
There was a serious threat there all along, and she was scared to death. But as is so often the case, she was scared to death to do anything, thinking that this would just fire him up even more. So a woman must have lived through pure hell for an awful long time.
When she tried to leave her husband in 1990, he held his wife and their 2 sons hostage for a couple of hours. Eventually, the couple got back together. Last week, though, Debbie Engel tried again to leave her husband. She moved out of their home and took out this protective order on Thursday, July 25th. A judge granted a 30-day EPO.
That is about all you can do, or try to physically remove yourself from the problem as best you can, realizing that a piece of paper is merely a piece of paper. It won't stop a bullet.
Debbie Engel had told her coworkers at Tommy Lancaster's restaurant about how she feared for her safety.
Yes, she did, with a lot of the girls. Very concerned about it. She thought this was at least one of the safe havens that she had.
Domestic violence has struck the family of Deborah Engel before. For her mother, Joanne Chafin, this marks the 2nd time she has lost a daughter.
This was the beginning of a family tragedy. 6 years ago, Debbie Engel held hostage by her husband. A month later, her sister would be murdered.
Some people say, well, they're dead and they're gone. But me, I can't do that.
A mother who's lost both her daughters, both murdered. Kathy and Debbie, the only picture of them together.
Kathy Sheltler's body was found down by the river. At the time, Jeffersonville's prosecutor thought that her brutal murder may have led Debbie into pressing charges against John Engel.
At one time, I even threw the pictures of her sister, and I said, this is going to happen to you. Don't you understand? And she would not believe it. She refused to think that he would in any way hurt her. And now you see what's happened.
This is Debbie. This is Debbie.
After Kathy's death, Joanne Chafin tried to save Debbie from her husband, now in jail, charged with murder.
And I said, if you hurt her, something's going to happen to you. Because he said, I won't shoot her. I said, you better not, because you do it, I'm going to shoot you.
Sentiments from a mother who tomorrow, for the 2nd time, will bury a daughter.
They should be moaning all week over me, not me moaning over them.
More and more violent crimes are drug-related. According to police, not only robberies, but murders are many times caused by drug deals or drug use. And local officers hope it's a trend that won't continue.
Big city crime had hit Louisville for sure when drug informant Gail Duncan was murdered last April. But the drug violence did not stop there. Last week, someone shoots and kills a defendant in the Duncan drug case. In another case, 2 men are murdered in Portland earlier this month. And a drive-by shooting on a bike last month injures a man in the street. All 3 of these violent cases, all likely drug-related. Almost half of Louisville's 32 murders so far this year could be drug-related.
That's much higher than we've ever experienced in the past.
Louisville Homicide Lieutenant Gene Sherrard says criminals feeding on criminals may be fueling the violence.
Absolutely. I think we've experienced more of an increase in street robberies, and the people that are being victimized in those street robberies are the drug dealers.
Now, crack cocaine seizures actually went down in '95. Now, what we attribute that to is that we intercepted more powder cocaine before it was made to crack cocaine.
Metro Narcotics says the continued prevalence of crack and cocaine keeps the drug culture violent.
There's always the potential for violence, and anyone who goes into that area is putting himself at risk.
There was a near tragedy this week. A mother left her daughter alone in the backyard for just a moment. But that period, however brief, was nearly enough to kill the child.
Family members rushed to the Southwest Jefferson County home on Bridwell. All anyone knows is the pool in back has nearly turned their lives upside down. County police are first on the scene.
The child was not breathing and unresponsive. The officers assisted with CPR, and I'm pleased to tell you that at least for right now, the child has a pulse.
As the 2.5-year-old was rushed to Caritas Hospital, that CPR may have been the difference. She's later transferred to Corsair Children's Hospital. Her condition is critical as a worried relative follows the tiny child through the door. Back on Bridwell, more family arrives as the vigil continues just feet from that now empty pool.
Backyard pool is very, very hazardous, and it doesn't take but a split second for lives to change, and that's the lesson learned here.
The little girl was taken to Cosair Children's Hospital in critical condition. Next, when This Week continues, are police being too aggressive when it comes to breaking up groups of kids loitering on Bardstown Road?
Bardstown Road, and all of us that don't do anything that is illegal, and they bother us.
The news on Kentuckiana's news channel WHAS 11 is sponsored by Amazing Grace, a whole food store, and so much more.
They say you are what you eat. Disodium isonate, propylene glycol alginate, xanthan gum? Now that's tough to chew. There's a healthy source for the natural foods you want, Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace sells food the way nature made it, with nothing added and nothing artificial. Organically grown foods grown with the goodness of the earth. Amazing Grace, 1133 Bardstown Road. Zinc oxide? I don't think so.
Furniture Liquidators Home Center's having a Super Saturday sell-off sale. For one day only, Saturday, August 3rd, save from 20 to 68% on name brand furniture for your living room, bedroom, dining room, family room, kids room, and more. And pay just $10 down and $10 per month for 12 months, interest-free. That's right, buy one room or furnish an entire home for only $10. It's one day only, Saturday, August 3rd.
Furniture Liquidators Home Center. Saving you more.
Everything that's good and great and fun and wonderful in the whole state of Kentucky has been packaged up and put into one place, the Kentucky State Fair. And now, by special arrangement with Kroger, there's an advance ticket sale. Adults get 1/3 off admission. Kids and seniors are half price. Save 1/3 on Midway Ride tickets. But hurry, advance ticket sales at Kroger end August 14th. This is the biggest and best Kentucky State Fair ever.
It's fun for all.
Hey, it wouldn't be fair if it wasn't.
24 hours a day. Dial 1-800-442-AUTO and receive details by fax or mail on the used car you want. Car Select from WHAS 11.
You're watching Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11.
Meet your favorite news channel personalities today, noon to 5, as Pepsi presents the PGA Golf Experience. Today through Wednesday behind Oxmoor Center. Sponsored by KFC. Proceeds help the WHAS Crusade for Children.
There is a battle brewing on Bardstown Road, and extra police have been called in to keep the teenagers and the adults apart. The kids say they just want to hang out and have fun, but businesses and police say loitering is causing big problems.
If you fail to leave, we will cite you for failure to disperse.
If kids want to hang out, they better not do it here. That's the message from police and from signs all over Bardstown Road. But kids say officers are being too aggressive.
I don't understand why they picked Bardstown Road, and all of us that don't do anything that is illegal, and they bother us.
Police concede most of these kids aren't a problem, but they say the problems are more than loitering out here.
We've been getting complaints that stem anywhere from drug dealing, prostitution, to criminal mischief.
This is Hemispheres, a coffee house that used to be a popular hangout.
There's kids that are troublemakers, but then again, there's people in every age group that that are going to be troublemakers.
They've moved to Barrett Avenue because they say their landlord got tired of teens.
He wanted it 18 or over. He wanted nobody hanging around outside, and he felt that the amount of people hanging out outside was a detriment to his building investment, whatever that means.
What that means is being forced to move. Meanwhile, as night falls, the battle goes on. Police say they're doing their job, while others still aren't happy.
Windows around here aren't being broken out by these kids. They're being broken out by drunken kids that drive down the street and they throw something out of their car. Half these kids don't even drive.
About 30 elderly residents took to the streets this week to protest problems with the place where they live. They say the protest was a last result as a hope for changes that could save lives.
Security, no safety, no security.
In wheelchairs with canes, they carried picket signs. The seniors and their alderman, Keith Allison, protested outside the Housing Authority offices. They're located in the same high-rise where the residents now say they fear living.
What we waiting on? Somebody get hurt or somebody get killed. It's going to happen.
The seniors complain of no security at the Avenue Plaza high-rise and elevators in the 18-story building that sometimes don't work.
It's like a child, it won't work just because you want it to.
Residents say the elevators have stranded disabled people, and this woman says she was injured on one.
And I got on the elevator, and as soon as the door shut, the elevator dropped me 3 floors.
The Housing Authority says the elevators are being modernized, and they say one is down because it's being worked on. As for security, Julie Credence says an officer should be on duty within the month.
It's only been about 4 months since a security agent was living on site here. So there has been a gap, but we will be addressing that fairly quickly.
Housing Authority says they were unaware of safety concerns and the fears about the elevators, but residents say 200 people recently signed a petition and gave it to the Housing Authority. Next on This Week, a popular park gets new land to expand.
Well, I think the concept is wonderful, but I hope that the Parks Department will retain this driving range because it's a wonderful help for all us duffers.
The key is work, not welfare. Welfare's a trap.
It took Ron Lewis and a Republican Congress to pass genuine welfare reform that requires able-bodied people to work
That's the idea.
and places time limits on benefits.
No one should be trapped in welfare.
Ron Lewis voted to get people off welfare and give them something in return, dignity.
It'll make a big difference.
Call Ron Lewis. Tell him to keep fighting for common sense change.
Meet Mac Pecor of Louisville. While helping a friend hoist a boat motor, a defective chain broke, crushing his right leg, arm, and hand. Before Mac Pecor came to us, another attorney told him he had no case. But we helped recover all of Mac's medical expenses, lost wages, and a major award for his pain and suffering.
The Becker Law Office treated me right. They sure changed my mind about lawyers.
Call the Becker Law Office. We help injured people get their lives back together.
A lot of people want to know what makes Bush's baked beans taste so darn good. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Some think it's our specially cured bacon, our fine brown sugar, or our delicate blend of spices. But the real reason our baked beans taste so good is the Bush Secret Family Recipe, which I've shared with only one other soul, and he's not talking.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Uh-oh. Great tasting Bush's baked beans. No one bakes them better.
People always say, why buy new when used will do? And here at Swan Street Antique Mall, we think they're right. Nowadays, not only does new cost a lot more, it's also just not made as well as antiques. So next time you need some furniture or just a nice gift, stop by Swan Street Antique Mall and check out our great selection of furniture, glassware, decorating items, and much more. And don't forget our rough room, where you can save big on furniture by refinishing it yourself. Convenient, affordable, and lots of choices. That's Swan Street Antique Mall.
This week, officials were getting ready to process an expected 125,000 applications for gun permits in Kentucky. It is the first step to implement Kentucky's new concealed weapons law. But many people who want to carry a gun may be surprised by the amount of training that's required.
It's still months before anyone can even apply to carry a concealed weapon.
We're telling them that the training aspects is still up in the air. The state police is writing the regulations.
Regulations that mean come October 1st, Kentuckians, 21 and over, can apply to carry a concealed handgun. Sheriff Jim Vaughn estimating up to 25,000 may apply in Jefferson County alone. Barred from getting a permit, though, anyone with a drug conviction or a drunk driving conviction in the past 3 years, as well as those who've been institutionalized or with a court-issued EPO, emergency protective order, against them filed by their spouse. The biggest surprise, though, will come to those who figured they'd met all the state rules. Here at Ray's Indoor Shooting Range, some 800 people took courses this past winter expecting they would meet muster in terms of the state regulations. Now the fine print in the law means everyone who already paid for training will have to take it all over again.
Well, we have told everyone from the beginning that if there were any changes in our law that was going to go into effect, that we would come back and retrain any of those people. For free, absolutely.
The new training must be finished before people can start applying in October. The first concealed handgun carry permits expected to be handed out in late December. The time in between will allow authorities to carry out needed background checks.
Cox Park, the popular riverfront green space in Louisville, is growing. 52 acres near the park have been purchased by Humana chairman David Jones. And the leader of Louisville's Corsair Shrine Temple says Jones plans to donate the land to the city park system.
The land runs along the south side of River Road, across from Cox Park. River Fields, a conservation organization, twice tried to buy the land but couldn't afford it.
We are thrilled because really this is going to, if this is open to the public, it's going to make a huge difference.
The Shriners bought this land in the 1970s and considered building a new temple here to replace their older temple downtown. There's one problem, though. The land sits in a floodplain just across from the Ohio River. So the Shriners sold the land to David Jones, and they say he plans to give it to the Parks Department to expand Cox Park. The Shriners leased part of the land to Practice Tee Golf Academy. What do they think of the deal?
We think it's a good thing. Yes, we do. It's got to help the city. So
regulars here, though, hope the park doesn't force Practice Tee to go.
Well, I think the concept is wonderful, but I hope that the Parks Department will retain this driving range because it's a wonderful help for all us duffers.
Regardless of what happens, Cox Park will grow.
It's a very overused park, and I know that they needed more land. And why do they need more land? Because people love the river. Water is something very special.
Jones bought the 52 acres from the Shriners. He already owns 53 adjacent acres. Still to come on This Week, an ROTC recruit preparing for an uphill battle at Fort Knox.
In a month from today, she'll be there. It'll be very hard. Uphill battle.
Last night, little Billy Green had to wait for his supper. His folks stopped by KFC where they can mix roasted chicken with fried chicken, where they can start their meal with spicy hot wings or sweet and savory honey barbecue wings. With everybody's KFC favorites in the house, little Billy had to start his meal a little later.
Everybody needs a little KFC.
And now start your meal with 6 wings pieces for $1.99, 20 for $5.99.
Think about it. You know what you need to go back to school. Cool shoes, clothes that don't make you look like a dweeb, and a book bag to hide your headphones in. You can get all that stuff now at Allied Sporting Goods Back to School sale. Allied has a gazillion shoes in all the hottest styles, a ton of non-dweeb clothing, and just the right book bag to hold your most important stuff. All at prices that make your folks smile like a straight A report card. For back to school, think cool, think hot, think Allied, or just sit there like a veg.
Golfers say you drive for show and putt for dough. Well, you can do both during Byerly Ford's exciting Putt for Dough extravaganza. Buy any new or used car or truck at Byerly Ford from now through August 17th, and you get 3 putts. Each putt is a shot to win valuable gift certificates from your golf headquarters, Allied Sporting Goods. Sink all 3, and you're in the finals to win a golfing vacation and a set of golf clubs from Allied. Putt for dough at
Byerly, it's where you buy your
Did you know that impotence and sexual dysfunction in men 40, 50, 60, and older is almost as common as the ordinary cold, yet much more treatable? Century Medical Clinic and their staff of doctors specialize in new FDA-approved medications that can treat sexual dysfunction simply, safely, and effectively. For a free and confidential consultation, call the Century Medical Clinic today and get back into life. Medicare and most insurance is accepted.
Right now at Smith's Furniture, you can buy the best known name brand furniture at 1/3 off. All Broyhill furniture now 1/3 off. All Flex Steel furniture now 1/3 off. Famous Lazy Boy recliner rockers all 1/3 off. All Cochran solid oak or solid cherry furniture now 1/3 off. Catnapper recliners, sectionals, and sofas all 1/3 off. For a limited time only, select any item from a great selection of these best known brands at 1/3 off. Smith's Furniture, that's who.
This week, 600 young men and women graduated from a special ROTC camp, and one of those graduates could make history. Kim Messer is expected to join the Cadet Corps of the Citadel in South Carolina next month. She hopes to be the first woman ever to make it through that formerly all-male military college.
It's been drummed into her head all summer at Fort Knox. Right. Pounded into her mind day after day. Come left, boy. Discipline. duty, determination. They've told 17-year-old Kim Messer a lot of things at the ROTC camp this summer.
Let's go, Charlie Company!
They haven't told her that she can't do this.
You said it was easier than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, more than it.
A lot easier.
I keep reminding her along the way that, you know, it's in a month from today, she'll be there, and it'll be very hard, uphill battle.
And there's the difference. A month from now, it won't be ROTC camp in Kentucky. It'll be hundreds of miles away from here at the Citadel, where it used to be no women allowed. Kim wants to be the first one ever to get through.
I've always wanted to go there. I mean, it's the right school for me, so I know what I'm getting myself into.
She should know. Kim Messer comes from a military family, a brother enrolled at the Citadel. But this could be different. This is pressure. This is history.
And I don't think it's fully set in yet. And I think when she gets there and realizes how much of an uphill battle it's going to be, then it's going to set in.
But Kim Messer's got a couple of things working in her favor, a sense of humor and a sense that she'd best be in better shape than Shannon Faulkner was last year. She says she's breezed through this camp.
Hasn't been too bad at all. It hasn't really been a challenge.
So you're looking for that challenge now?
Yeah.
Think you'll find it?
I would definitely find it.
You ask me, do I think she can make it? Well, the only time will tell. 4 years from now, come back.
And in a month from now, keep your eyes on this cadet.
4 other young women, in addition to Kim Messer, have been accepted by the Citadel, but only Messer and another woman have paid their non-refundable room deposit, indicating that they plan to show up. And next, we are going to the fair when This Week continues.
Want to do Texas. I don't know where he's from. He might be doing Kentucky, so we're just going to have some friendly competition.
Think about it. You know what you need to go back to school. Cool shoes, clothes that don't make you look like a dweeb, and a book bag to hide your headphones in. You can get all that stuff now at Allied Sporting Goods Back to School sale. Allied has a gazillion shoes in all the hottest styles, a ton of non-dweeb clothing, and just the right book bag to hold your most important stuff. All at prices that make your folks smile like a straight A report card. For back to school, think cool, think hot, think Allied, or just sit there like a veg.
Do you want performance? You got it at Preston Car Sales. Corvettes, Camaros, Mustangs, and more. Louisville's finest sports and performance car collection at Preston Car Sales. We handpick only the best vehicles and offer your dream car at an affordable price. Preston Car Sales, Louisville's showcase of low-mileage, exceptional sports cars. 5904 Preston Highway. Call 964-7777.
24 hours a day. Dial 1-800-442-AUTO and receive details by fax or mail on the new car you want. Car Select from WHAS 11.
When you've been injured, you'll have questions about your legal rights. Call the Becker Law Office. We're here to help. If you've been injured in an auto accident, while on the job, by a defective product, or through medical negligence, you need competent legal advice. There's absolutely no charge unless we win or settle your case. So call us today and let us put your mind at ease.
Hi, I'm Susan Laskanik.
And I'm her husband, Curtis. You know how we set the mood for quality time?
All you need is a garden hose.
And, of course, a Cal Spa.
Isn't it high time you enjoyed the soothing waters of your own Cal Spa? Relax in the best spas ever made. Save $14.95 right now on all spa systems at Cal Spas.
Cal Spas, changing the way you feel.
Cal Spas, just south of I-64 on Hurstbourne.
It's a perfect week to take in an American tradition. Many families will be visiting or competing along the midways. Summertime in Kentuckiana wouldn't be the same without a county fair. And this week, we visited the Olden County Fair and their summertime celebration.
The fair is now open.
Open for the fun and the competition that makes a county fair. A lot of these folks are here, well, to show off a little. For example, who's the best cook?
Want to do Texas. I don't know where he's from. He might be doing Kentucky, so we're just going to have some friendly competition.
Who do you think's a better cook?
Well, I'd say I am.
They cheer for it all here. The girls going for the Miss Oldham County title?
We get along with all of our competitors for the most part.
Or the miniature horses strutting their stuff for a $25 first prize? Well, they're oblivious.
This guy's a little rambunctious. Yes, he is. He just left his mother up at the stall, and he's wanting to get in the show ring and get back to her.
And if you don't want to show off, you can always look for a little speed.
Put them upside down, let them scream for a little bit, and then let them down. It's the best part.
No matter how you look at it, it's life for a weekend at the county fair.
Fairs like these have a little bit of everything. Highlights of the Oldham County Fair include a demolition derby. And that's our look at the top stories this week. I'm Gary Rodemeyer. I'll see you Monday at 6 and 11, and once again next week on This Week.
The case of the ozone bozo. This summer, Kentuckiana faces serious health and economic risks unless we curb ozone emissions, but the ozone bozo doesn't care. On an ozone action day, the ozone bozo was seen mowing his lawn in the middle of the day when ozone levels are highest. The suspect's lawnmower badly needed maintenance. Then the ozone bozo drove his car to a restaurant within easy walking or biking distance, driving through and idling for 5 unnecessary minutes. Don't be an ozone bozo. On ozone action days, please do your share for cleaner air.
Announcing Schmidt Furniture Summer Clearance. Choose from their entire inventory of famous name brand home furnishings and get no finance charge for 1 full year. 12 months free financing on Schmidt's biggest bargains of the season. Living room, bedroom, dining room, sofas, beds, recliners, sofa beds, and computer setters, all at summer savings. This sizzling summer clearance is going on now at Schmidt Furniture, New Albany.
U.S. Auto, Kentuckiana's used car superstore, announces no payments till 1997. Choose from over 300 quality late model cars, trucks, and vans right now and pay nothing until 1997. Shop U.S. Auto today for a deal that will make you feel super.
U.S. Auto, selection like never before. Oh, U.S. Auto, a superstore.
If you care enough about your car to equip it with the accessories you enjoy and the protection you need, bring it to Seabar Tidy Car during our winning combination sale.
Equip your car with any accessory and get up to 30% off any protection service. Complete interior or exterior cleaning and renewal, just $99.95. Save on Seabar window tint, now $25 off.
Seabar Tidy Car, because it's more than transportation. It's your car.
Louisville Tonight Live can help you get satisfaction. Tuesday,